Welcome back to the Art Mack Make Show, the show for Graham and the fam where Mack makes art and also makes conversation. I ended up having sort of an unintended summer break, but it was a wonderful time. Me and Kurt did some fun stuff. We had our 8th wedding anniversary. Oh. We've also thrifted some really cool stuff. See the shirt? Oh. I mean, actually, look at it. Isn't that incredible? This button is stained, but I'm gonna replace it because it has one of these extra buttons. So I'm gonna do that before I get on camera to film this episode. Something I have been very proud of myself this summer for. I've always liked the idea of being one of those people that like peddles their art out on the street. And now I am one of those people. I actually have my whole wagon rigged up here. I call it my art cart. And we'll talk more about that later, actually. My art cart is brave, right? No, the wheels are collapsing. This is supposed to be vertical. It's kind of tearing there. I found that what sells really well is Reno souvenirs. So stuff that says Reno or has to do with Reno specifically. So I've steered into making a lot more of those things this summer, which I really like doing because I love my town and it loves me back. Before it gets any hotter, we need to go out and find some trash. And before that, I should probably tell you what we're doing. These are made with glass that I picked up from like the sidewalks and around. Isn't that cool? Everything in here I found just laying around. And then I put it in resin and attached a handle. And I want to make some more, but first we have to go find some more trash. So we're going on a specific trash hunting expedition. First trash spotted. Trash over there. This is where I had it lined. Oh, it's stinky out today. Hi!
I was walking over here and I'm like, oh, there's a homeless woman over there. I'm gonna go around.
Did you actually think that?
And then I was like, oh, the homeless woman was Mack.
I'm finding glass. Okay, I literally said as I was walking out here that I feel like I look like too cute for this mission right now. I feel as though this appears to be a cuter mission than it is. We're looking for garbage, guys.
Oh, you look dirty now.
Okay. You genuinely thought I was a homeless woman?
Yeah. But I was pretty short.
I am pretty short. Alright. Later, loser. Metal thing. Fancy bottle cap. Any bit of glue is a good get. Hey, we found a penny. I have special plans for these pennies.
So what are you picking for?
Glass.
Really?
Yeah, I make art out of it.
Oh.
Yeah. I just always notice glass here when I walk by with my dog.
Where's your dog? I love your dog.
I love my dog too. She's at home. It's too hot for her right now.
How are you get a shifter, like a screen? They'll go by the river too.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going there. All right, it's time to wash everything and then sort through what we found yesterday. I need the tongs. After sorting everything out, here's what we ended up with. A pretty large amount of clear glass. Then we have a pretty good amount of brown glass. Then the next amount is of green glass, then a tiny little bit of blue. Blue is the most rare scrap glass wise, for sure. Any bit of blue is a good get. We have this really sparkly, crackly glass. I also found a bunch of random metal hardware, 4 pennies, and some other stuff. I'm gonna add some things I've found in the past, like these reflectors and these blue glass cubes, and use a few crafting materials like magnets, chains, some jewelry hardware, and a bit of glue and resin to bring all together. I stood up and this glove got stuck in my butt crack. Subscribe. We have these silicone molds, and we are just going to build our collages, mosaics, whatever you would call it, right in these, and then pour a little resin over. So I'm going to switch to a top-down view while I assemble some of these, so I'll see you on the other side of that. I love Reno, and I choose to view some of the messier quirks of living downtown as just vibrant threads in the tapestry of life. You never know what you might see. I saw a guy peeing right over there. Back in that corner, I found a pile of turds with a butter knife in it. Oh, a guy wearing a ski mask asked me if I like drugs right over there. I saw a guy pooping right over there once. He had his whole backside out, and his backside. You never know what you might see. And yeah, sometimes it might be a butt. I get to see Melissa and Fran and Jimmy and Toby and Luke and Mia and Freckles and Edgar Allan Poe and Stevie Nicks and Caesar Salad. That list started as people, ended with dogs. But that's another wonderful thing. Ratty has a social circle. She has dogs and people that she likes, and they like her back, maybe even love her. And it is such a joy to experience that and share that with the people around me.
Where is your dog? I love your dog.
I love my dog too. And you will see people having some of their worst days. Reno specifically has an awful housing affordability problem. The addiction recovery programs in the state prison cycle people right back out onto the street. Meanwhile, a big casino developer keeps getting tax breaks to buy out the motels that, while they may be unfit homes, are still infinitely better than no homes at all, and tearing them down and putting nothing there, forcing more people out onto the street and into homelessness. But at least our mayor is trying to make sunscreen cool for young people by putting glitter in it. She calls it spooge. Mayor Sheev, all due respect, but I don't think that sounds how you want it to sound. And now we got to get back to this. And I've considered the ramifications of using resin, which is decidedly not very environmentally friendly. Eventually, I would love to do something where I could melt the glass down in a kiln, but I don't have access to that stuff yet. We're gonna use some resin, and then we'll make a few pieces where we just glue the pieces on something without. Huh? So what do I want people to take away from this project or this video? I don't want to make people look at this art and go, wow, sad. Makes you think about the litter we put into our environment. Obviously don't litter, that's not cool, but that's not the point. I certainly never want to be someone who bemoans living in close proximity with others, like, it's too loud, it's too stinky, it's too dirty. Grow up. If anything, it's more of a making the best of your urban environment. Dare I even say finding the good in what might be bad. I'm not gonna pretend like broken glass laying everywhere is an objectively good thing, even though it does make me smile when I walk past places where there's so much of it that it looks like the ground is literally glittering in the sun. But we can accept and appreciate the realities of living in a city while also striving to make it better. All of these pieces are glass that is no longer out on the ground for someone or some dog to step on. And I think that's really cool. So I guess that's why I picked up this glass to make some fun art. I love my city, I want to make it better, and I also want to inspire other people to make it better. Best case scenario, you guys do something like this. It's a couple days later, and I really love how some of these have turned out. Check out these, they both say Reno. These are magnets. People want magnets. I was out selling again today, and someone literally would have bought something if it was a magnet. So, magnets. Magnet. This one needs more magnets. This one's not a magnet. Oh, wish it were a magnet? Guess what? It is. Magnet. I ordered these magnetic hooks so that even the ones that aren't magnets could be magnets. Magnet. Some of them, though, we are going to add a special finishing touch to. Remember how we found those pennies and I said we have special plans for these pennies? Special plans for these pennies. Special plans time. Now we have our pressed pennies, let's add them to our pieces. And with that, we've reached the end of another episode of the Art Mack Make Show. Thanks for watching if you're watching. Like the video if you liked the video, and hit the subscribe button if you want to be part of the group. That means I'll send you the next episode soon. Oh, and stay tuned on my channel for shorts of all of these going up. I have different narration and stuff, so new content on the way this week. Subscribe. Love you. Okay. Oh. Hang on. That is such a lie. I was not. I mean, I am now, but that's such a lie. Oh, they got me good.